Cough, cough. Calling in sick today. Welcome to HowDoWeHuman. This is the podcast where we talk about all the weird and uncomfortable micro moments in life. I'm one of your hosts, Chris Binning.
I'm one of your hosts, Evan Cox. And my internet is calling in sick today. So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, this is going to be a short episode for reasons we'll get into a little bit. Not only is the internet a little rough on one end, one of the hosts is a little rough on the other end. And the episode we had planned for earlier this week, one of us and the guest that we had both had to cancel or postpone, I should say, due to sickness. So this is just an all-around kind of sickly episode, but nobody wants to be the first to break our 250-plus episode streak. So we're still going to put out a little something. And to kick that off, Evan, how you doing?
Hey. All right, well, this is going to be just an interesting order to talk about these stuff. Hello. We got to talk about these stuff in that way. I am freezing a lot, and on my end, you are freezing a lot, so this conversation is just going to be hard as hell. But I'm going to say how I'm doing, and we won't fully know what you're talking about until it's your turn, and this is thrilling. I want to talk about food a little bit. Okay. So, my girlfriend and I, we went to an all-you-can-eat sushi restaurant recently. And we had one that we'd gone to down the mountain that we really loved. And then we got it in our little heads. Let's try another one. Well, that's always a mistake. We're like, yeah, we've got this one we
DJ Khaled
like.
Special.
Yes. We've got this one we like that we know we can trust. Let's shake it up. Just try something different. And we got something different. So, it sucks because all-you-can-eat sushi is already... I don't know about in Arizona. But, like, where I grew up, I mean, Arizona, you're further from the ocean. But even where I grew up, it was like, there's a bad stereotype, like, especially with, like, buffet or all-you-can-eat sushi, but also just sushi in general. Like, oh, it's going to make you sick. Oh, you can't eat raw fish. It's like, yes, I can. I do it all the dang time. So we ordered a bunch of sushi. All you can eat. So you pay the one price, and you can eat it all. So, if you've never, anyone out there, if you've never done all-you-can-eat sushi or Korean barbecue or anything along those lines, where you're sitting at a table, they bring you a menu, a piece of paper that has everything listed, and you can check off everything that you want them to bring. So, you go like, we want one of these rolls, one of those rolls, one of those rolls, some nigiri, this nigiri, different type of that. And we'll call that the first round. And you'll do like 3 rounds or more if you're wacky. So we do that first round. We eat all that food. And we're like, yeah, this is good. This is really good. We made that order for second stuff. As soon as that second order went out, I have to take a trip to my favorite place, the dump. Real immediate, real emergency trip. So immediate and emergent that, I'm not 100%, but I can consider right then and there 80% sure. I think that's food poisoning.
Yeah.
I've felt this before. And that came immediately after eating that. So I start having some troubles. I come back. My girlfriend starts having some troubles. Before that second order even comes back, I start having some troubles again. I run back to the bathroom. Now, I come back to the table, and we're both sitting there going like, what do we do? as this massive bunch of more raw fish that we just ordered arrives at the table. I think people who are mildly less introverted, little more confidence, would go, I'm sorry. I think this food made me ill, and I'm not in the mood for sushi anymore. Can we leave?
Yeah.
But what did we do? You know we powered through.
You gotta do
to
it.
save face. And the worst part is the shit that we ordered. Now it wasn't even, not even like psychologically, like we ordered a couple of rolls that were just like, we didn't like this. These are not good. These taste bad. We're not in the mood at all for sushi anymore. And as soon as I took a bite of anything, I had to take a third trip. 4 trips to the bathroom in one. We were there for maybe an hour maximum. Collectively all came to about $100 just to get sick. Yeah, that's basically all I have to say about that. It's just, it felt like, again, just that real confirmation of what a sniveling coward I am. That in that moment, feeling as shitty as I did, I still couldn't just be like, I think this is on you guys. Can I leave? Instead, we ate another, 5 pounds of sushi. What would you do in that scenario? You sticking with us at the table, or are you on the way out?
I don't know. I think I would probably also... I don't know. Maybe I would stop eating it. But it's like...
But, and I didn't mention this, though. If you haven't done particularly all-you-can-eat sushi, there's an upcharge for everything you don't eat.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I still think that I would have... I might have just paid the upcharge.
Probably would have been worth it. Instead, we pocketed the roll we didn't like. We rolled into a napkin and put in Jocelyn's purse. And then we ate the rest of it. I think we made all the wrong decisions that night, but you know what? We had fun.
Good. I'm glad. Yeah.
I hesitate to say, I told you mine mildly related to what you wanted to talk about. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty blah, Evan, but my, I alluded earlier, hey, I'm sick.
Hey.
But not unlike you, my sickness... is also, I don't know, I'm built different, right? This isn't just your run-of-the-mill virus, because over the weekend I attended a wedding, and at this wedding, during the dinner service, I ended up breaking a tooth. Now, this is not the fault of the wedding venue or anything. It sounds like I had enough of a cavity in there that it just kind of collapsed on itself.
I've done
we've
this
talked
before
many times.
On a French fry, so I know the feeling.
Mine was on a dinner roll, so again,
even softer.
It was, I went to the dentist and he was like, "Oh, I hope it was on a big piece of steak." And I was like, "No, open-faced dinner roll with butter." But anyway, we talked about how I haven't been to the dentist in a long time, and so I finally had to find one, to track one down via my insurance, and also like cross-checking with Google reviews, and also because it was a holiday weekend,
right?
Everybody's closed. Who can let me book an appointment online instead of waiting for them to open and then call and then see when I can get in? So eventually I find one. I go. The day before, I already know that I'm about to have a bad time at this dentist's office. All the reviews are great. I don't want to disparage the team.
course.
They were all very nice to me.
Team Teeth.
But I know that I'm going to go in there and I'm going to have a bad time. They don't even really do any of the typical painful dentistry stuff aside from the x-ray, which blows. I don't know why the x-rays at dentist's office have not improved in the 31 years I've been alive.
No.
I don't know why they're the most painful, jagged things that they shove in your mouth, make you clamp all the way down on so it digs into your jaws.
Yeah, while
anyway.
you're already having tooth pain.
Well, that's the other
Bite
thing.
hard!
I broke this tooth, and I have, when I broke it, I thought that there was just something crunchy, in the soft dinner roll.
Someone was proposing to you.
Yeah, exactly. I did not feel any pain in this tooth or tooth area, and I haven't since then. Which everybody at the dentist's office was like, that's super weird, but good for you. It sounds like it's going to be a very lengthy and expensive process to remedy this. It is a molar kind of towards the back, so it's an important tooth, but not necessarily cosmetic in nature, like for a smile or something.
What's the most important tooth to you?
It's a great question. I mean, as a dog person, I love a canine tooth. Front teeth feel important.
Yeah.
That's what some people want for Christmas. So that feels like that's an important one to have.
Some people, that's all they want.
Exactly. But anyway, it sounds like they're gonna have to extract it, and then put in an implant. And this is going to be a very expensive process that will take many months. So
damn.
In the future, you can expect some more episodes about the dentist, about healthcare, about insurance. All these things are going to start coming up. But the reason that I'm sick is they were like, in order to, because they can't extract it for, it's going to be almost a month before they can extract it because of their oral surgeon's availability or something. I don't know.
Holy shit.
But they gave me antibiotics to prevent or combat infection. And this antibiotic that they gave me has been wrecking my shit for the last 3 days.
Really?
Yes. They prescribed me amoxicillin.
Okay. I've had it.
Which is my body is just straight up rejecting most of the time.
I've vaguely heard this happening with some people, but that's nuts and horrible.
Yeah. So I not to get too graphic, but I've been able to bring myself to take 6 doses, or 6 pills, I should say.
Yeah. 2
of which my body immediately rejected.
Jeez.
It was down the hatch and then right back up.
Wow.
Yeah, and then almost all of the other 4 of those have been I've been sick, later, but not immediately. And so I called the office this morning, and I was finally like, what else you got? I'm not going to take 15 other pills that make me vomit immediately.
I'm about to extract this tooth on my own by vomiting it out.
Exactly. This can't be good to deal with infection if I'm shooting acidic fluid through my mouth. So they said they were going to call me back.
Okay.
And they have not called me back. However, I did get a text notification that was you have a new prescription available for pickup. So I am going to go pick that up here in a little bit.
Okay.
I looked it up, and it was like this, amoxicillin is basically like a penicillin
Right.
thing. And this one that they prescribed me was like, this should be used when penicillin is not an option. Because this like increases your chances of colitis, basically. And I was like, well, now I gotta risk getting colitis with this other antibiotic. I have not taken an antibiotic, or I haven't, because I was waiting to hear back what they were going to suggest as an alternative.
Yeah.
I have not had a dose of the amoxicillin in over 24 hours.
Okay.
And I feel significantly better than when I was taking it. But you can't just be like, well, then I guess I shouldn't take any antibiotics.
Yeah.
Which is so frustrating. Because that is what my body is telling me. Is like, yeah,
please
don't
stop.
take this anymore. But now I gotta go and give something else a shot. So we'll see how that goes. But that is the current predicament that I am in.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's been a rough couple days.
And is it that where the tooth is infected, or are they preventing infection, or
I don't know.
they just give you some pills?
Yeah, they were like, yeah, we're gonna do this to deal with infection, is what they said.
Great.
But I don't know if they're preventing something from getting infected, or if something is infected and they're trying to like mitigate it.
Fucking dinner rolls, man.
I know. And that's like I should have, hindsight obviously is 2020, because that tooth that broke, like, I've had toothache and tooth pain there before, and had thought like maybe I should get around to going to a dentist, and just never did, because I thought that I like knew what the problem was, which was that like there was enough of a gap between that tooth and another tooth that like sometimes food got in there and it'd be painful.
That gap.
So I was like, well, this is just a good reminder to get me to floss. But it turns out maybe that's flawed logic.
I think I could 100%. Mine, it was a wisdom tooth, and I was always, like, I'm built different. I can keep all my wisdom teeth. And dude, now that you say that, it's like, yeah, no, that tooth hurt for a while.
Yeah.
Before it broke on a French fry. I don't know. What's wrong? What's wrong with this? Ugh.
I know. But yeah, hopefully I don't get colitis or get more sick from this other antibiotic.
Yeah, you're at a fork in a road between two
Yeah.
shitty roads.
Yeah, because it was, at first I thought that the amoxicillin was having a bad reaction because it was like, I wasn't taking it on a full stomach.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's the problem anymore.
I mean, I know there are people that are just allergic to penicillin.
Well, and
Could
that's
be
the
that.
other problem is I looked up like what is, like, if you're allergic to amoxicillin, you supposedly get a big rash, and I don't have a rash. I have all of the other symptoms, but not the rash that they claim is definitely a part of it. So I really don't know what the deal is.
Weird.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe there was also bacteria in that roll, and you just combined it with food poisoning. Who knows? I'm no doctor.
Well, I don't think that's true, because it was on a Friday afternoon or evening was the wedding when I had the roll and the tooth broke.
Last Friday night.
I went in to see the dentist the following Tuesday morning because that was the first available opening. I took the first dose of amoxicillin at about 1 p.m. You're supposed to take it every 8 hours. I took the next one probably at like 10:30 because I didn't bring the pills to work. And then at about 1:30 a.m., hey, it was my first little reaction. And then since then, off and on.
Baffling.
Yeah.
Well, I can't help you. So I don't know why
I know.
I don't know why you're calling me. That sucks.
Yeah, so hopefully, I'll tell you right now, if I get colitis from this next one, I'm going to be pissed off.
It just bounced in my chair when I left. Now, as a person who gets colitis flare-ups, ain't fun.
Yeah.
I don't recommend it, and I definitely can't recommend the whole kit and caboodle, colitis itself.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, this has been a shitty Friday.
Yes, it has.
It sounds like it's just been a rough week for you in general. And
It
that
has.
sucks.
It has indeed. Should we try and remedy it with 5 little trivia questions?
Absolutely. I do want to just add real quick. I got a lot of nice feedback about our yearbooks episode. Like I said, Dustin's name. We got all sorts of Elmanites listening.
Great.
But listener, he's chimed in before, old friend of mine named Michael, sent in a photo of his yearbook. He was a couple grades below me, I think. And also, someone in one photo, someone signed his crack and drew a giant penis. Someone else drew a giant penis. My sister sent photos of the same shit happening. It's all over Elma, so you got to let us know, anyone that is not from Elma, is this just us, or are other people signing cracks and drawing penises? So far, all I got is your word from Arizona, my girlfriend's from California. No penises, no crack signing.
Okay, then
For a bunch of little monsters.
That's good to know that so far I'm in the majority of,
I guess, yeah.
of experience.
I guess you are. But yes, I mean, obviously, it's going to be a little bit of a short episode. And the internet connection seems a little better now. I didn't hear a lot of what you said, so I can't wait to listen back.
That's how I feel about your sushi story.
So
I missed a pretty good chunk of that.
If our collective responses to each other weren't big, that's why. You could, I don't know. Listen, we'll do it. We'll do a short version of this, but just keep on listening, to this episode and to other episodes. How Do We Human's the name of the podcast. We're everywhere you can find podcasts. Give us ratings, give us reviews. Go to our social medias. 90% of them are at How Do We Human.
We got all those handles.
Look at all those handles. And then we got email. We got email. You can email us.
We have it.
How do we?
You know what, you guys? We really stepped up, and we have an email.
How Do We Human? pod@gmail.com. If you could put all those words together, you can send us an email. We also have a phone number I don't have in front of me, and you can leave us a voicemail. Who gives a shit? It's time to take a quiz.
Coincidentally, Evan, the first question on today's quiz,
oh boy,
is seemingly healthcare related. What is the first priority in a trauma code?
Oh.
Consciousness, circulation, bleeding, or airway?
Okay, so I'm reading. Initially, I was thinking of like EMTs, but I'm like, oh, this probably means like in a hospital. Or both, I guess.
I think it could be both. My mind says that it's both.
Getting
I do
that
have
message
a direction I'm leading.
That trauma has occurred. What is the first thing you check for? There's two big ones. I think I know. My answer is going to be airway.
Okay, my answer is going to be circulation.
That's a good one too.
I mean, I think they're all pretty good except maybe bleeding. I don't think would be
Airway does seem
my first
like
priority.
the hardest of them to go in and check, but like if you hold off on that and the person can't breathe, that's bad. I'm sticking with my first instinct. I'm going airway.
You were correct. Good work.
I needed that.
What? I will blame all my wrong answers on my antibiotics. So
fair. What was the first man-made object to land on the moon? Pioneer 3, Pioneer 0, Luna 2, or Luna 1? Listen, Quizzle, what a weird way to list those. With that again, Pioneer 3, Pioneer 0, Luna 2, or Luna 1? I will say I don't know. I have a guess.
I don't know. I have a guess. I'm guessing Luna 1.
I'm guessing Pioneer 3.
Oh, that was my second guess.
Ooh, really?
It was Luna 2.
Fuck.
So, whatever.
Just one eye straight up. I have no idea.
Which celestial body is known as both the morning star and evening star? Mars, Saturn, Mercury, or Venus?
Interesting. This is our second time running into the term celestial body, but now I know what it is. The multiple choice options help.
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
I am the morning star and the evening star. I gonna say Venus.
That's also my guess.
Okay.
Like, truly, again, though, no clue.
Only reason being, let's see. All right.
That is correct.
I just know, because I got into stargazing for a second there with, what app is that? Night Sky app, which is a really cool app. And find that, like, the vast majority of the time you can see Venus at night. I have no idea about it in the morning, but I don't normally see those other planets at night. So that's how we landed there.
Okay.
Which farm animal has the largest eyes of any land mammal? Donkey. Donkey. Cow, alpaca, or horse? I think I know this.
Yeah, I'm between two of them. And I'm not really sure how I'm going to decide on one. But I'll tell you, I'm between cow and donkey.
Okay. I mean, hey, it's possible I'm wrong. But I'll just say it. My answer is cow.
Yeah, I mean, cow, obviously, cow is bigger than donkey.
Cow
we
big.
Cow big. We cannot deny cow big.
How big? Cow big.
I think that the reason donkey sticks out to me is like,
Donkey.
Yeah, I do think that it is like a Shrek problem that my brain is
Shrek
having.
problem.
Because
that mathematic equation.
You know, like obviously the character of Donkey does not have the biggest eyes in the whole Shrek world.
No.
But like big eyes on that smaller creature would make it, you know, quote unquote uglier, which I think is the point.
Yeah.
But I also like, I don't know, having seen these animals before, it feels like it would have to be cow. You know, something that we didn't mention before we started answering questions today. Before this round, the current score as it stands is myself with 52 points and Evan with 44 points. And of course, Dustin with 4 points. And so I have enough to play with here. So I'm going to pick Donkey.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to pick Donkey, and
Let's
I think
go.
it's wrong, but just to keep things spicy. I'm going to
Spice
pick
it up.
donkey. It was horse. It didn't matter at all.
A lot of deliberation for no reason.
I mean, look, obviously, horse big.
Horse big.
We know horse big.
We know.
But I thought that was an intentionally misleading answer.
Yeah. But what if it's a small horse?
What was the first country to declare internet a legal right? United States,
Certainly
Finland, Germany, or New Zealand?
not. Ooh.
I don't know why, but there's one that's jumping out at me.
I got one that immediately jumped out, but then a second kind of rearing its little head over there.
Yeah.
God. But
Do we both agree, though, it's absolutely not the United States?
I mean, it's still not. I don't think it is a legal right.
No.
You have to pay for it.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, a lot of people don't have internet. Do I go with my first instinct?
And those of us that do, sometimes it doesn't work.
Sometimes it's really
we
bad.
just have to deal with it.
I have to use my ancient
Thanks,
shitty
Spectrum.
laptop. Yeah, thank you, Spectrum. We love
Sometimes you get upcharged for TV and phone. And
I've been paying for a Zumo box for months.
that's what
now.
it was called. I could not remember.
I still got to call them. I just really fucking don't want to talk to them anymore, and that means they win. Anyways, I'll just say I'm between Finland and New Zealand. I'll go first instinct and say Finland.
Okay, Finland is also what I'm going with. Before reading the multiple choice, the country that I thought it would be was Sweden, and since that's not on here, Finland feels the closest.
It's pretty
And
close.
therefore is my answer. It was Finland. We both get that point. All right, you do close the gap by 1, Evan. You got 3 out of 5.
Have I crossed 50?
I got 2 out of 5. So that puts you at 47 points.
Damn it. Still got a ways
And
to
myself at 54.
go. All right. Studio 54.
Yep.
Roller skates.
On the Sunset Strip.
Etc.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we hope this was something. Let us know
Yeah.
if you would rather we just didn't record an episode.
Yeah, let us know if you would rather we just completely miss an episode than do whatever this was.
It's always an option.
Talk about how each of us was violently ill.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a demand in the podcast realm. I don't think people are... The SEO might not be popping off on this one.
I don't know.
We'll see. Or a very small niche fetish community finds us and we find some
Welcome.
new fans. Come on over.
Come on and listen to us talk about our celestial bodies.
Celestial bouquet pie.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Let's go take some backboard breaking dunks.